is creamy, pure natural cottage cheese. Only Daisy cottage cheese will do.
So tasty, so pure. Can I have a little more? Only Daisy cottage cheese.
Yeah, Brad popped up in that ad for a luxury coffee brand. Maybe that's his secret to looking ageless.
Made me thirsty all of a sudden. Did I say that out loud?
You sure did.
I sure did. But yeah, Brad is embracing his new chapter as a bona fide Renaissance man. Good night, everybody.
I got one question.
Go.
What is the reason for you that you took a kill tonight?
Breeze.
Okay,
Breeze.
Talking to Brad Pitt about fashion is a first. You've been giving us all the looks.
That's it, man. The glam, but also the debauchery and the chaos and everything else that goes with it.
Brad's continuing his fashion trends through his own clothing line, God's True Cashmere. The price tag to look like him, about $2,000.
Slave to fashion, baby.
With a glow to match, he also has a line of his own skincare products made with grapes grown at his winery, just like his ex, Gwyneth Paltrow. Brad admits the Goop founder was probably the first one who got me to even wash my face twice a day.
Oh, I'm really good at it.
Live from KSAT 12, the news at 5 starts right now.
And we begin with breaking news. A section of Loop 410 shut down at this hour after a motorcyclist is apparently killed this afternoon on the highway during some type of accident involving an 18-wheeler.
According to a witness who was there, they say he saw the incident. The motorcyclist was traveling on 410 near Vance Jackson and was in front of that big rig. Somehow the biker, though, ended up under the semi. All of this began around 2:30 this afternoon. Take a look at this video from TransGuide. This is traffic at 410 westbound at Northwest Military Drive.
Yeah, you can see the traffic stacking up in two of those lanes, indicating they are shut down. It looks like only one lane open. That section of 410, again, down to that one lane. The traffic tie-up also affecting travel on Jackson Keller. Officers still on the scene. No word as to how long this partial closure will last. We'll let you know when it reopens here on air and, of course, online at KSAT.com.
Meantime, you may have gotten a severe thunderstorm watch notification on your cell phone. And while it looks bright and hot outside, there is a chance that things could change rapidly.
Yeah, already are in parts of our viewing area. Sarah Spivey watching storms form to the west. The question is, will they hold together and hit us tonight, Sarah?
It's certainly possible, especially for the northern part of Bexar County. But what I've been noticing with these severe storms is they are weakening. So right now we do have severe thunderstorm warnings for Bandera County and Real County for these two storms. They're capable of producing quarter-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. The severe thunderstorm warning for Bandera County until 6 o'clock and for areas in Real County until 5:45. Areas like Lakey, Bandera, you should be inside and away from windows. Now, these storms could very well fall apart before they make it to San Antonio. However, if this one storm in Bandera County was to hold together, it could clip the northern part of Bexar County by about 6:21. So we're talking areas like Helotes, that I-10 corridor between 1604 and up toward Bernie, and areas even as far to the east as, let's say, Bulverde. So I'm going to be watching these carefully. They're very isolated. Not everybody is going to see rain, but there is a severe thunderstorm watch, meaning we're watching for severe weather until 10 p.m. tonight. So when you look at this evening's forecast, I'd say in your neighborhood, you have about a 30% chance for storms. But if you do get a storm, it could be on the severe side. I'll be back to analyze the radar and tell you about our next chance for storms, which is slightly better tomorrow night. Steve, Ursula.
This shooting last night made me sick to my stomach.
Sick to his stomach. Those are the words from San Antonio Police Chief William McManus reacting to a shooting not far from the heart of downtown San Antonio, Cesar Chavez and Alamo. An 80-year-old woman visiting from out of town shot while riding in an SUV downtown.
The chief revealing new details today about this deadly shootout. It took the life of a grandmother who was just passing through. The woman was in San Antonio attending a graduation at the Alamo Dome when she was caught in the crossfire of an argument between two groups. The Bexar County Medical Examiner's Office says the woman is Heidi Silkworth from Euless, Texas, outside of Dallas-Fort Worth. She was in the back seat of the SUV, simply traveling nearby on Cesar Chavez when one of the bullets pierced her vehicle. She was shot in the head. Chief McManus says investigators know the two groups of men who were shooting without any regard to anyone else who was around.
Silkworth taken to a hospital where she later died. A 19-year-old also taken to the hospital. Investigators say he was part of one of the groups that was shooting. At last check, he was listed in critical condition. The police chief says officers detained 9 people possibly involved. He says he believes police will be able to identify those responsible for this murder.
Our detectives are working on this as we speak. I feel somewhat confident that we'll be able to close this case.
The chief also says safe officers are working to determine what additional police presence may be added in that area of downtown.
Military City, USA, remembering our nation's fallen heroes. Joint Base San Antonio, Fort Sam Houston, holding a Memorial Day wreath-laying ceremony at the National Cemetery, which is located on post. Family members and friends of those buried at Fort Sam were there this morning, paying tribute and showing respect for the service, dedication, and the sacrifices that veterans have made domestically and abroad during peacetime as well as during war. The guest speaker today at Fort Sam, retired U.S. Army Lieutenant Colonel Keith Wilson. Fort Sam Houston National Cemetery, established back in 1937, it's the final resting place for more than 180,000 veterans and family members.
Ernesto F.
Edgewood ISD also honoring our fallen veterans at the district's Wall of Honor at Veterans Stadium today. The district, along with the group Compadres for Scholarships, marking this Memorial Day with the traditional reading of the names of those that attended school at Edgewood, who chose to serve and gave the ultimate sacrifice for our country. Many of the attendees enduring the heat and humidity this morning to show respect and love for their fallen family and classmates. Many veterans from Edgewood served in Vietnam. The school lost 55 students during that conflict.
President Joe Biden also marking Memorial Day with events at Arlington National Cemetery. The president honoring those killed while serving their country and thanking veterans, survivors, and family members in the audience. He also took an opportunity to tout his administration's efforts to care for those who have served.
Our Washington correspondent Julia Benbrook has the details.
It's a somber moment at Arlington National Cemetery. President Joe Biden laid a wreath honoring service members who have died. During the president's annual Memorial Day speech, he emphasized the importance of this day of remembrance.
Every white stone across these hills and every military cemetery and churchyard across America, a father, a mother, a son, a daughter, a brother, a sister, a spouse.
He also touted the steps his administration has taken to care for veterans and their families.
I've long said we have many obligations in the nation, but we only have one truly sacred obligation: to prepare those we send to the battle and to take care of them and their families when they come home and when they don't.
Biden spoke about the PACT Act, which he signed into law in 2022. It expanded health care benefits to veterans who were exposed to toxic materials during their service.
Our nation came together to ensure the burden is no longer on them to prove their illness was service-related.
Earlier this month, the Biden administration announced the Department of Veterans Affairs had fulfilled its millionth PACT Act claim. Reporting in Washington, I'm Julia Benbrook.
Around 100 Service Academy-bound students and their families packed into Freedom Freeman Coliseum this morning for a special send-off, Senator John Cornyn's annual Service Academy send-off. It falls on Memorial Day every year. It's a special way to say goodbye and thanks to the next generation of military leaders. Senator Cornyn says it's one of his favorite days each year and relishes the idea of returning to Military City, USA on this special day.
Memorial Day, typically the kickoff for the summer season on local lakes and rivers. But that's not a great time for that, though, this year. Canyon Lake at a historic low right now, down 23 feet.
Garrett Berger headed out to see how that affected this long holiday weekend.
With a cooler full of ice and water, Darla Slate and her family were ready for a hot day on Canyon Lake. Though even on Memorial Day, it didn't seem to be such a hot spot.
It's normally busier, and I think that the lake, the lowness is definitely have an impact on the flow.
Boat and car traffic alike was slow around the lake, making for a lazy Monday to wrap up the Memorial Day weekend. It was a busy Sunday, though, Slate said.
I think a lot more people are probably home barbecuing with family, Could be a deterrent, just depends.
With a dedicated slip at the Canyon Lake Marina, their family didn't have to worry about putting in. A potentially tricky task with just 2 of 23 boat ramps open this weekend, according to mycanyonlake.com.
More people thinking they're going to be crowded, too many boats, so they're not going to come because they don't want to stand in line to get their boat on the lake.
So you suspect it's a deterrence, just people don't want to deal with the hassle of just 2 ramps open?
Yeah, right, yeah.
From the water, it becomes even more apparent just how far back the lake is receded. You can see all that bleached rock and sand that should be under another 23 feet of water.
Though the view from shore wasn't reassuring either.
It's sad for people that want to come visit. It's sad for the people that live here.
Oh, it looks horrible. And I'm just thinking about this summer, how much worse it's going to get, because, no rain is helping us out here.
Evaporation is a big issue for the shrinking lake, and the heat is just starting.
A lot of people that have boats are probably wondering the same thing too, are they going to be able to use them? Are they not? Is the lake going to get fuller?
Something they'll only know.
Early voting last week. Tomorrow, the primary runoff election day. The polls will be open from 7 in the morning till 7 at night. If you did not vote during the March primary, you're still able to vote in the runoff. If you did vote in March, you must vote for the same political party. Several big races will be decided as we head towards the November elections. If you have questions, just head to KSAT.com. We have everything you need to know before going to the polls. You can find a sample ballot, candidate information, polling locations. Just scan the QR code right there on your screen. Time saver traffic right now, 151 at Loop 410 West, and you can see very sparse traffic out here, kind of what you would expect on a holiday. Much different, though, as we told you earlier, at 410 westbound from Northwest Military between Vance Jackson. A fatal accident out there continuing to back up traffic, a place you might want to stay away from.
Straight ahead, a trip to the beach or the pool today. It might have revealed that your water gear is a little worn out, not as stylish as it used to be. It may be time to replace it all. Consumer Reports is showing off some new beach gear to help you have fun in the sun.
Welcome back. I'm Stefania Jimenez with a look at what we're working on for you for the news at 6 o'clock.
We most often talk about women when we're talking about domestic violence, but men are victims too. I'm Courtney Friedman. Coming up tonight, we're going to take you to the place that houses and offers resources for men.
And a tradition dating back centuries honoring those who died in combat is becoming a problem at Fort Sam Houston National Cemetery. Jesse Degollado explains why officials with the cemetery are now asking people to stop leaving coins on tombstones. We'll have all that and so much more for you on the news at 6. We'll see you then.
Thank you, Stephanie. The brutal heat may be bad for most of us unless you're heading to the beach. But even there, you need the right stuff.
Umbrellas, chairs, towels. 12 on your side's Marilyn Moritz now on gearing up for the pool, the lake, or sandy shores.
Beaching it means sand, surf, and stuff.
There's so many beach products out there.
So we focused on some of the essentials: beach umbrellas, beach canopies, beach tents, and even sand repellent beach towels.
Consumer Reports likes this Turkish towel from Ephesus. It's compact, dries quickly, and some are less than $10.
We could not get sand to stick to this towel.
And get this, it repels sand. Now chairs. CR chose the Cooler Quad chair from Coleman. It's comfy and versatile.
Not only is this chair amazing on the beach, but you'll find yourself pulling it out so many times during the year.
For reclining under the sun, they also like the Tommy Bahama Wavy Marlin Deluxe. It has plenty of storage, including an insulated cooler pouch. Need some shade? These all say they're made with at least UPF 50 fabric. This Tommy Bahama umbrella has easy grip handles for setup, and it's designed to withstand serious beach breeze. This Caribbean Joe umbrella, not so much. It lost its battle with the wind. The Cool Cabana 5 was a top pick because of its easy use, and it offers a lot of shade. This tent from LL Bean is made from quality materials and had the most features. It was also the easiest to set up and take down among those tested. Sunburn is no day at the beach. This Coppertone lotion and this Eucerin spray got top scores in CR sunscreen ratings. And one more thing. Don't forget the snacks. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
Sunscreen may be the important of all that stuff.
Yeah, and if it sticks in this kind of humidity.
Oh my goodness. Hey, but look, the sun's not really out all that much in San Antonio because clouds have been increasing because of storms that have developed to our west. I'm monitoring these carefully because some of them are strong and even have the capability of some hail. You can see there's a couple of storms here that have developed across the hill country. Now, before the break, I mentioned this one storm in Bandera County that if it could hold together, it would make it to northwestern Bexar County by 6:30. Here's the thing, though. It's falling apart. You can really see there's not that signature purple color that would indicate hail. So I think the National Weather Service will probably allow the severe thunderstorm warning to expire, which is good news. And some areas in Medina County were able to see some decent rain from this. There still is, though, one severe thunderstorm warning in Real County. You can see that this storm in the pink here right near Camp Wood, that's where there could be in some pockets up to about quarter-sized hail. This severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 5:45. But it has also been showing a signature of really weakening. Take a look at it. Strengthened here, and then now it's starting to weaken. So we will be monitoring that carefully as well. Needless to say, though, there's still plenty of energy out to the west. Notice in the mountains of Mexico, we've still got some storms. So we are going to be monitoring carefully to see if these storms can be making it to San Antonio. I've put it at about a 20 to 30% chance. So not everybody's going to see rain, but one area that's seeing a lot of good rain right now and no severe weather is Kerrville. Kerrville seeing some heavy rain, Mountain Home seeing some heavy rain, parts of Gillespie County, southwest of Fredericksburg seeing some good rainfall as well. I'm going to put this in motion just so that you can see the big picture here as we go ahead and push play for about the last hour. And you can see these storms really have, again, started to pick up some steam, but they are starting to fall apart before they make it to San Antonio. That being said, we are under a severe thunderstorm watch until 10 p.m. for the possibility of a severe storm making it to all of these counties in yellow here. The biggest threat would be quarter-sized hail. It's a possibility. That's what a watch means. We're watching out for severe weather. 30% chance for storms, 7, 9 o'clock. Otherwise, it is going to be fairly quiet tonight, mostly cloudy by midnight and 86. Hey, it's still very hot outside, 97 in San Antonio, but here's the kicker. It feels like 109 in San Antonio right now. That down from 115 just a couple hours ago. Already feels like 117 in Pleasanton, 117 in Cotulla. So before the break, I mentioned that tomorrow night we actually have a slightly better chance for storms. Now, during the day, it should be quiet and hot, just not as hot as today. But in the evening, after 5 p.m., a cluster of storms will be developing somewhere in the hill country. And whether or not we get storms in San Antonio really depends on which direction these storms move. We'll be watching carefully, but there is about a 40% chance after 8 p.m. for these storms to make it to San Antonio. So looking at your KSAT 12-hour forecast tomorrow, we're going to start off at 78. It'll be quiet as you head back to work and to school. It'll feel like 100 degrees, but temperatures should only reach about 96. And then it's after dinner that we see storms being a possibility. 40% chance for some storms in San Antonio. And just like today, some of those could be on the strong side, with the highest risk for severe weather, a 3 on a scale of 1 to 5 across the hill country. Biggest risk there would be winds. As we take a look at your forecast, 40% chance tomorrow, but again, after 5 p.m. rather. And then we're going to be looking at isolated rain possible Wednesday through a part of the weekend. I never thought I'd be happy to see highs in the low to mid 90s after the last couple of days, guys.
No kidding.
I know, that looks cool compared to today. Thank you, Sarah.
All right, it's not like the Mavericks are blowing out the Timberwolves. They're just executing in crunch time.
Absolutely, and Kyrie and Luka just been too much for the Timberwolves to handle. Because of that, Dallas leads the Western Conference Finals 3-0. And in the Indianapolis 500, man, talk about a wild finish. We got it coming up. Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving are clicking for the Mavericks, and the Timberwolves are on the verge of being swept out of the Western Conference Finals. Luka scored 33 points last night in Game 3. Kyrie Irving scored the same amount, and both guys were clutch down the stretch. Fourth quarter, the icing on the cake, Luka to Daniel Gafford for a sick alley-oop over Rudy Gobert. The Mavs win 116-107 and lead 3-0. No NBA team has come back from that hole to win a series.
Don't even say it, man. But it feels great. But we got to think about next game. Got to play with the same mentality. They're not going to go away. No way. So we need to prepare for the next game. We just got to think about next game.
Minnesota trailed by as many as 12 points, but fought back, taking a 3-point lead early in the fourth. Now the Timberwolves are trying to do what's never been done in the NBA, win a series after losing the first 3.
I mean, we ain't got nothing else to do. That's the only, we can't do nothing but be positive at this point. We can't be negative, so try to get one win at a time.
Game 4 is tomorrow night, 7:30 in Dallas. Basketball legend Bill Walton has died at the age of 71. The Hall of Fame center and 2-time NBA champion passed away today after a prolonged battle with cancer. He was the first overall selection in the 1974 NBA draft by the Portland Trail Blazers. His 12-year pro career also included playing for the Clippers and the Celtics. Then he went on to a successful career as a sports broadcaster, delivering insightful and colorful commentary. All right, in case you missed it yesterday, the Indianapolis 500 had an incredible finish. Pato O'Ward, who was raised here in San Antonio, hit the final lap with the lead, but defending Indy 500 champion Joseph Newgarden was hot on his tail, drafting the 25-year-old, and then on turn 3, Newgarden with a gutsy move, slingshots by O'Ward at some 220 miles per hour to take the lead and win the Indy 500 for the second straight season.
I knew we could win this race again, and just a matter of getting it right. There's just no better way to win a race than that. I mean,
oh man, it's just so painful when you put so much into it and then two laps short, I guess, or 2 corners short.
Newgarden takes home a record $4.288 million for winning the greatest spectacle in racing.
Yeah, and he got a bonus because he won back-to-back, right?
Yes, he did. And you just got to feel bad for O'Ward.
Oh. Yeah, I know. That's who I was cheering for.
But he's going to win one day, I'm pretty sure.
All right.
They need to let him win one after that.
Oh, yeah, they're just going to let him win. We'll be right back.
$4 million. We're taking a live look once again, an update. It looks as though 410 itself is back open now.
Yeah, 410 in Jackson Keller, the access road that you see in front of us there, very slow going though. Sarah.
A few storms in the hill country right now, not at the moment heading to San Antonio, but the storms that are out there are capable of producing some hail. So coming up at 6, I'm going to have another in-depth look at the radar. We'll zoom into neighborhoods, see where any severe weather is, and of course I'll have your forecast for tomorrow when storms are possible after dinner.
Thank you, Sarah, and thank you for watching the News at 5.
World News up next.